Numbers in the Bible benefit us by helping us understand symbolic meanings, reinforcing spiritual themes, providing structure to the text, and offering insights into God's promises and prophetic messages. They deepen our comprehension of biblical teachings and enhance our spiritual growth. 1. Unity and Primacy. The number 1 symbolizes God's unity, singularity, and supremacy. It represents the concept of monotheism, the belief in one God. Example: Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Deuteronomy 6 verse 4. This verse underscores God's uniqueness and the centrality of his being in worship. Number 2. The number 2 signifies union and partnership. Adam and Eve's union, becoming one flesh, Genesis 2 verses 23 to 24, symbolizes not only marital unity but also the relationship between Christ and the church. Similarly, Noah bringing animals into the ark 2 by 2, Genesis 7 verse 9, reflects God's design for union and continuity. In God's view, 1 plus 1 equals 1, highlighting the divine completeness found in unity. Witness and testimony. By the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word shall be established. 2 Corinthians 13 verse 1. Number 3. Divine Perfection and Trinity. The number 3 represents divine wholeness, completeness, and the Trinity: Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Examples: Jesus prayed 3 times in the Garden of Gethsemane before his arrest. Matthew 26 verses 36 to 44. Jonah was in the belly of the great fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah 1 verse 17. Jesus rose on the 3rd day, signifying victory over death. Luke 24 verse 7. Number 4 signifies universality and creation, the 4 corners of the earth or directions. Genesis 1 verse 19. So the evening and the morning were the 4th day. Number 4 represents the completion of the material and spiritual world. When Jesus raised Lazarus on the 4th day, it demonstrated his mastery over creation. Number 5 represents grace. John 1 verses 15 to 16. John bore witness of him and cried out, saying, "This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me, and of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace." Number 5 signifies the goodness and favor of God towards mankind. Grace precedes mercy. It is through grace that we are saved, and grace allows for mercy. Number 6. Number 6 is the number of man. Genesis 1 verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God he created him. Male and female he created them. On the 6th day God created man. This number represents humanity. Number 7. Number 7 represents completion and rest. In Genesis 2 verses 1 to 3, God completed creation in 6 days and rested on the 7th, blessing and sanctifying it. This established the 7th day as a symbol of rest and fulfillment, reflecting God's perfect work and his intention for humanity to find rest in him. Number 8. Number 8 represents new beginnings. John 12 verse 28. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven, saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again. Jesus rose on the 3rd day, a Sunday, marking a new beginning. Early disciples gathered on Sundays to celebrate this, connecting it with the 8th day, symbolizing a new covenant and renewal in Jewish tradition. Number 9. Number 9 represents a new breed and profound birthing. Matthew 27 verses 45 to 46. At the 9th hour, 3 p.m., Jesus gave up his spirit. The number 9 signifies birthing, symbolizing the creation of a new kind of people. Through his resurrection, Jesus became the firstborn from the dead, marking the beginning of a new, death-defying lineage. Number 10. Number 10 symbolizes order and divine arrangement. In Exodus 12 verse 3, God commands the Israelites to select a lamb on the 10th day, emphasizing order and preparation in his redemptive plan. The lamb symbolized sacrifice and restoration, pointing to the ultimate redemption through Christ. In John 12 verses 28 to 29, as Jesus prayed, a heavenly voice affirmed God's glory, both in past actions and the forthcoming crucifixion. The divine confirmation was perceived differently by the crowd, some as thunder, others as an angel, showing varied responses to God's revelation. The number 12 signifies God's authority, governance, and the organization of his people. Examples: there were 12 tribes of Israel, representing the foundational structure of God's covenant with his people. Genesis 35 verses 22 to 26. Jesus chose 12 apostles to signify the establishment of a new covenant community. Matthew 10 verses 2 to 4. The number 40 often symbolizes periods of testing, trial, and preparation. Examples: Moses spent 40 days and nights on Mount Sinai receiving the law. Exodus 24 verse 18. The Israelites wandered in the desert for 40 years as a test of faith. Numbers 14, 33 to 34. Jesus fasted in the wilderness for 40 days before beginning his public ministry. Matthew 4 verse 2. 666. Human weakness and imperfection. Known as the number of the beast, 666 symbolizes imperfection and the flawed nature of humanity in contrast to divine perfection. Example: this calls for wisdom. Let the one who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Revelation 13 verse 18. 70. Universality and Fulfillment. The number 70 signifies universality and the fullness of God's plan for the nations. Examples: 70 elders of Israel went up to Mount Sinai to see God. Exodus 24 verse 9. Jesus sent out 70 disciples to spread his message. Luke 10 verse 1. God bless you.